In this training video, we are going to run through everything to do with the report section of your LegitFit account. You'll find it located over here on the left-hand side. You'll see there are reports, payment reports, booking reports, and attendance reports. First thing we're going to look at is the payment report. So this is where the money's at. We're going to start on the top left corner and then work our way down. So you'll see there's a number of different filters across the top. Those filters are in relation to the graphs directly below. So if we change from month to date to today, we'll see there are no payments gone through. If we click month to date, we'll see over the last, from the 1st of October right through to today, okay? And then we go to the last one, which is year to date. So from January 1st, of course, right through to today. So just to provide clarity, we want to make sure that we're able to compare against those previous periods too. So we have this tab over on the right. You can compare it to the previous period, which is the same time last year, previous month, which is obviously the month prior, or the previous year to the year prior. Okay, so we have all those different options, but for today, I'm just going to go month to date. I'm going to select from this date to this date if I want to specify. But for the most cases, I would imagine that most people will use these filters preset here. However, you can filter specific dates if you wish. And we can look at it in a daily view, a weekly view, or however we wish. Okay, when we get to the yearly dates, we can select monthly. All right, but I'm just going to revert back to this. I'm going to make sure it's on daily. Cool. So I'm comparing this to my previous period. Now, obviously there's minimal data on this account, but you will see two lines when you are using data versus a previous period. So you'll see that this line here, if I can, let's see, yeah, I can't really make a change to that, but you can see this gray line at the bottom, that just shows the previous period. And in that previous period, there was zero going through the account in comparison to this one day where there was €219 going through the account. You can see also on the right-hand side how that reflects in terms of monthly recurring revenue. You'll see that the increase went up to 370 here, and that the previous period before that was zero. But this should allow you to accurately check back on the data from your previous month, previous year, etc., and to check progress in terms of your business. The next section is like a brief overview of how you're currently doing, the money that's on the way to your account, etc. We'll start on the left side. So 214.06, that is the amount that's currently in your Stripe account. Anything in the next one on the way to your bank is the money that has been processed and is due to be deposited into your bank account, your chosen bank account. If you need to check a date when this will arrive, you can hover over this eye and it should give you an indication of the estimated date of arrival. The next one is the lifetime volume, which is the total amount that you've put through your LegitFit account. And that on the far right is the average revenue per user, which is the average spend that your customer is spending with you on a monthly recurring basis. Okay, this does not include packages or one-off payments. The lifetime volume will include packages and one-off payments. If we go down to the next section then, this is our payment records. So if I go to, I'm going to go to October because this is the only month that I had put data in. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool. So this is the 1 month I had put payments through. So you'll see from the 1st of October to the 31st of October, 3 different payments have been put through by the same individual. Now I can filter this by card payments, or if I've entered cash payments from my own records, I can check them here by clicking this tab on the left. So I can see them here. If I need to check anything to do with this, or if I need to refund, I can click on that line, press refund, and that person will be refunded. If I need an invoice for them, you'll find it right beside, or a receipt for it. Click that, you'll get a downloaded receipt for that individual. They may be able to claim something back off work, you never know. Nice easy selling point. But that's where we can find that information. If you need to be taken to their account, just click their name. But for the most part, this is where you would refund somebody or just double check the payments have gone through. If they haven't, they'll be highlighted in red and you'll be able to see the reason why. Furthermore, on the right-hand side, if you need to search for a specific individual, so if I just search for Alex, okay, you'll see that all his payments will pop up, which is perfect. If it was Sean, I could search for Sean, etc. After that, we have different filters. So those filters are, if there was a number of refunded payments, we need to check how many, we can go there. Those that haven't been refunded or all. We can check who has paid, who has not paid, etc. And if we need to, we can download all of that as a CSV on the far right hand side if you need to do some sort of payment reconciliation or send any financial data to your accountant. You can do so with the far right side there. So that's all to do with our payment section. Next thing we are going to look at is our bookings. So bookings is pretty straightforward. This is just a record of all the bookings that have been made on our account by our customers. And we can see that we can filter via or by dates. Okay. And we can quickly tab on the top here. If you want to go 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, etc., you can do that. But back down to this bottom section, we do have the option to search for clients to see what sort of bookings they've been doing. Filter by those that have attended, not attended, well, in the past. Okay, you'll see some events have not started yet, so obviously they won't be included. Those that have booked, cancelled, clients cancelled, or the number of times that a trainer has cancelled sessions, so you can check if trainers are doing it or if clients are doing it themselves. Okay, so we can have all those different filter options depending on what you need, and again, you can always download it via a CSV on the right hand side. You do have the option to mark people absent from here as well, but most of the time you will probably do it via the timetable. But if you do need to mark somebody absent, you can do so right here, like so. And you'll see that how that appears. This one has been refunded, this one and the trainer had cancelled it. So a lot of different options. If you want to get more rows showing up, click the 100 at the bottom and you can filter through even more bookings. Okay, but very straightforward, but a nice easy way to just kind of double check on a couple of people's bookings, have a look at them and see if anything is needed to be done. Attendance is the last report that is there. This is one that I find most helpful. You can filter your attendance on the far right hand side by least active to most active. You can filter by clients. You can have a look at exactly when they last bought a service, when their first booking was, when their last booking was, which is key, how many bookings they've made, how many cancellations, bookings attended. You can read the screen in front. But we can filter this by date as previously, and we can check who might need more attention and who's coming as they should. So we can see this test account here, they've been there 12 times, they've only cancelled once, but they've been there 11 times out of that. So we know that anybody really here are perfect. If this was a case it was below 60, we might have that into these will change color to be yellow or even to be red. Those in red obviously will need to be contacted urgently, make sure that they are booked again. If they're in the yellow, they're kind of priority. We want to make sure that we still get those people contacted and just check in, pull them back into the facility. However, here's an easy place to find that, and that would be the way I would filter this. So this will be filtered for anybody that has booked their first class. If they haven't booked their first class, they will not appear here, but this is how you could filter it otherwise. Hopefully all of that makes sense. I know I ran through it relatively quickly, but again, have a little play around with it. Try to get used to it. And if you have any questions, you can email support@legitfit.com.